Imagine two apartments in the same neighborhood, each with similar rent, yet each telling a completely different story about money and security. In the first, belonging to someone earning $95,000 per year, the living room is dominated by a 75-inch television, a $4,000 leather sectional, and a collection of appliances mostly still in their boxes, while closets overflow with clothing, some still tagged, and a spare bedroom has become a storage unit for items untouched for years. This individual checks their bank account with a sense of unease, knowing that just 2 missed paychecks could trigger a financial crisis. In the second, earning only $52,000 per year, the space feels calm and purposeful, with a modest sofa, a reasonably sized television, and a kitchen stocked only with the tools actually used, while the spare bedroom remains functional as a bedroom. Here, bank account checks bring confidence rather than anxiety, with 18 months of expenses saved and 20% of each paycheck invested. The striking reality is that despite earning nearly half as much, this second person has almost 10 times the financial security of the first, illustrating that the real determinant of wealth is not income, but the relationship between possessions, spending habits, and deliberate financial choices. This contrast introduces the core concept, the hidden cost of possessions. Every object owned carries not just its purchase price, but an ongoing series of obligations, storage, maintenance, mental energy, and opportunity cost that often outweigh the initial expenditure. That treadmill tucked into a corner is more than exercise equipment. It represents 20 square feet of living space, costing hundreds annually in implicit rent while rarely serving its intended purpose. A boat sitting idle incurs maintenance, registration, insurance, and occasional repairs, amounting to 10% of its value every year, a hidden tax on lifestyle choices. Mental energy is consumed as each object occupies attention, requiring cleaning, organization, insurance, and eventual disposal. And research shows that visual clutter elevates stress hormones, subtly eroding focus and cognitive clarity. Even the opportunity cost is profound, as money spent on possessions could have been invested, growing significantly over time, meaning that what appears to be a simple acquisition actually delays financial freedom. The first apartment illustrates accumulation without strategic thought, while the second embodies minimalist principles that prioritize function, intention, and future optionality. A minimalist financial philosophy begins with a profound awareness that every purchase entails multiple costs. This leads to the first guiding principle: calculate cost per use before acquisition. By dividing the total cost of an item by the number of times it will be realistically used, one obtains a tangible measure of value. A $200 jacket worn twice equates to $100 per wear, while a $400 jacket worn 200 times costs only $2 per wear, revealing how expensive items can be more economical in practice when used intentionally. This approach immediately challenges impulse purchases, from kitchen gadgets rarely utilized to clothing rarely worn, and encourages evaluation of long-term utility rather than momentary appeal. By understanding cost per use, individuals gain clarity over which acquisitions provide genuine value, aligning spending with actual needs rather than marketing influence or social pressure. The next principle, the replacement test, applies this awareness to existing possessions. By asking whether one would repurchase each item if it vanished today, individuals identify objects retained through inertia rather than intention. Many items, from seldom-used fondue sets to obsolete electronics, have negative value, consuming space, attention, and maintenance resources without meaningful benefit. Minimalists systematically remove these items, selling what retains value, donating what could serve others, and discarding what is no longer useful. The resulting environment feels lighter and more navigable. with rooms becoming functional spaces where every remaining item has a purpose. This clarity translates directly into financial freedom, as the mental energy and physical resources freed from unnecessary possessions can be redirected towards savings, investments, or experiences that enhance well-being. Another critical practice is resisting upgrades driven by boredom or social comparison. Observing high earners who continuously replace perfectly functional items highlights a common wealth erosion mechanism. Televisions, phones, cars, and furniture are often swapped not due to functional necessity, but because of novelty or the subtle influence of marketing. Minimalists define functionality strictly, maintaining possessions until genuine failure occurs, thereby avoiding hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary spending over a lifetime. By distinguishing true need from superficial desire, they maintain both financial and psychological stability, cultivating an environment where possessions support life rather than dictate it. Behavioral design further reinforces minimalist financial discipline. By creating friction for spending and ease for saving, individuals align their environment with their intentions. Deleting stored payment methods, unsubscribing from promotional content, enforcing waiting periods for discretionary purchases, and automating transfers to investment accounts ensures that the path of least resistance favors accumulation rather than consumption. This structural approach compensates for human tendencies toward impulsivity and emotional decision-making, recognizing that willpower alone is unreliable and finite. The environment, constant and persistent, functions as a safeguard against self-sabotaging behaviors. Regular inventory and categorization of possessions serves as a proactive countermeasure against accumulation. By counting and documenting items in key categories, clothing, kitchen tools, and entertainment media, one gains a quantitative perspective on consumption patterns, revealing excess and enabling deliberate limits. Establishing thresholds and adopting one-in, one-out rules ensures that new acquisitions are intentional, preventing the silent expansion of lifestyle costs over time. Minimalists use these methods not as restrictive measures, but as mechanisms to maintain alignment between ownership, utility, and life priorities. Testing interests through rental or borrowing further refines acquisition decisions. Many purchases stem from transient enthusiasm, resulting in cluttered homes filled with equipment or items no longer serving a purpose. Renting or borrowing first allows individuals to evaluate genuine engagement and determine precise needs before committing financially. This strategy minimizes both initial expenditure and ongoing costs while preserving the flexibility to explore interests without permanent ownership obligations. It transforms experimentation into an efficient learning process rather than a source of future financial drag. Understanding the lifestyle multiplier effect is equally essential. Major possessions often generate cascades of ancillary expenses, from storage and maintenance to associated equipment and accessories. A boat, home gym, or pool is rarely an isolated cost. Each triggers additional purchases and ongoing financial commitments. Minimalists calculate the full ecosystem impact before acquisition, realizing that what seemed reasonable initially carries significantly higher cumulative costs. Conversely, removing a major possession often eliminates an entire suite of related expenditures, amplifying the financial benefit of intentional divestment. Recognizing these multiplier effects transforms purchasing decisions into strategic evaluations of total cost versus utility. Defining enough prior to income expansion addresses a systemic trap that ensnares many high earners. Without a clear understanding of what constitutes sufficient material comfort, individuals continually expand lifestyle expenditures in tandem with income growth, perpetually requiring more to feel progress. By establishing thresholds such as home size, vehicle type, and wardrobe adequacy before earning increases, minimalists channel additional income towards savings and investments, accelerating wealth accumulation and enhancing optionality. This conscious delineation between sufficiency and excess provides a finish line, allowing incremental earnings to directly enhance financial freedom rather than merely fueling consumption. Wealth in minimalist terms is measured less by accumulation and more by optionality, the capacity to make choices independent of financial constraint. True wealth manifests in the ability to leave unsatisfying employment, take sabbaticals, relocate, or invest in new ventures without dependency on immediate cash flow. Individuals who maximize optionality maintain significant margins between income and expenses, whereas high earners with elevated spending have minimal flexibility, tethered to obligations rather than opportunity. Possessions and expenditures directly impact optionality, transforming every purchase into a trade-off between immediate gratification and long-term freedom. Evaluating acquisitions through this lens fosters deliberate financial behavior and cultivates resilience against both market volatility and lifestyle creep. Cyclical decluttering reinforces these principles, countering the temporary effects of annual purges. Regular, smaller evaluations of possessions, whether weekly, monthly, or quarterly, catch accumulation before it becomes overwhelming. This continuous awareness preserves the benefits of minimalism, ensuring that consumption patterns remain intentional and aligned with financial objectives. Combined with automated saving, cost per use analysis, replacement testing, and lifestyle multiplier awareness, cyclical decluttering sustains both mental clarity and financial stability over the long term. Practical implementation begins with simple steps, applying the replacement test to identify and remove 10 unnecessary items, instituting a 24-hour waiting period before discretionary purchases, and categorizing possessions to set intentional maximums. Defining enough across major spending areas provides a reference point for all future acquisition decisions. Over 5 years, consistent application of these methods results in substantially less clutter and substantially more savings, creating a compounding advantage inaccessible through income alone. The interplay between reduced ownership, increased liquidity, and strategic financial awareness fosters both tangible and psychological freedom, illustrating how less can indeed be more in the context of modern wealth accumulation. The relationship between ownership and financial security is bidirectional. Accumulating fewer possessions enables greater investment in savings, which in turn diminishes the psychological drive for additional material acquisition. Security derived from robust financial resources mitigates emotional consumption impulses, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of deliberate spending, enhanced savings, and growing optionality. Conversely, unchecked consumption driven by insecurity generates a destructive cycle of increased spending, eroded savings, and escalating vulnerability. Understanding and navigating these cycles forms the cornerstone of minimalist financial strategy. Returning to the opening scenario, the individual earning $52,000 annually, maintaining 18 months of expenses and savings, and consistently investing 20% of income exemplifies the principles outlined. They have achieved substantial financial freedom not through extraordinary earnings, but through conscious application of minimalist money rules. In contrast, the higher earner trapped in perpetual lifestyle inflation remains financially constrained, demonstrating that income alone does not dictate security or wealth. Both paths are available. The choice lies in whether possessions control you or you control them. The principles of deliberate ownership, cost awareness, and optionality are universally applicable, providing a roadmap to financial stability and mental clarity regardless of starting income. Ultimately, the philosophy underpinning minimalist money management is neither deprivation nor asceticism, but rather the recognition that intentionality in spending and ownership shapes life outcomes more powerfully than raw income. By systematically evaluating the cost, utility, and cascading effects of every possession, establishing clear thresholds of sufficiency, and engineering behavioral and environmental safeguards, individuals cultivate both tangible and psychological freedom. The math, psychology, and behavioral dynamics converge to reveal that deliberate financial conduct consistently produces outcomes unattainable through income alone. By internalizing these principles, one transforms the very framework through which financial decisions are made, securing both autonomy and resilience in an unpredictable economic landscape, and ultimately enabling a life where resources serve purpose and freedom rather than status or accumulation.